Last session, you returned to the Drowned route in the Bannerless Quarter to keep a promise, and found Ninefire's night already breaking. Kelleran Crow and his wolf Aaron arrived first, followed by Lorak beneath travel grit and axe, with Fen trailing kitchen smoke, and Elira, a tiny robed mushroomkin, stumbling in singed to gasp a warning about a second wall before collapsing. You sprinted into streets throttled by oily smoke as grey-cloaked raiders with silver armlets, the Hollow, flooded the quarter. Chasing a cell into an old bank, you met their coin-flipping captain, whose silver discs spun, glowed, and burst into blue force. His lieutenants dropped to all fours and sprang like knives. A blade found the seam under Lorak's plate. Fen's hoopak yanked an attacker away. Kelleran's arrow answered. Elira cracked a grimoire wide and slammed a force wave that launched the captain toward Lorak's axe, only for another coin to detonate him down the alley, where Fen's unsettling ring breathed a choking haze that smeared him in clinging blight. Then the earth shivered. A pale, ogre-like siege beast shouldered in beneath iron blinders, a rider on its back branding flesh and bending its rage with a rune-lit blue sword. It ripped a house free and threw it. Kelleran sprinted for height, saw an arrow swatted from the air. Thaylen bounded in, grinning, and carved deep. Elira shoved the monster with raw force. Fen's oil met Elira's fire, and a roaring sheet set rider and mount ablaze. The beast hammered streets into shrapnel until Thaylen split its thigh and dropped it. The rider rolled free, lashed you with lightning, and slipped away into smoke. You chose the city over the chase. Lorak bellowed the crowd to move, while Elira conjured a towering ice mushroom that steamed the flames flat when a brazier of the Nine Fires tore loose over packed civilians. Thaylen scouted a route to the Brotherhood of Honest Traders Quarter, where defenses held. Kelleran's attempt to break a water tower nearly flattened you, sending a deluge and a tumbling tank that Thaylen took on the chin. Fen spotted a wagon of abductees hauled south by hulking shapes. A cloaked kidnapper fired point blank. Elira bent the bolt midair. Flash froze the flooded street to glass, and Fen's blighting strike wrapped one in molten stone as Thaylen's ultimatum sent the rest fleeing into chemical fog. At dawn, the Guild of the Bannerless triaged wounds and secured your captive. You reported the Hollow's vow to never stop, their Bluewood boat and Arcarius paying them in chests of steel. Elira confessed the crystal she'd taken from the spine. Whispers named Fen, touched after a ring found at a shrine by a dark lake. Suspecting a leak in the garrison, you agreed to keep quiet and move first. A dissolving blue scroll arrived in a drift of dust, reassigning you under Tier 2 silence to Elania Port to investigate disrupted manifests, secure missing cargo, and re-establish passage, trusting only Harbour Master Vel Trallin and maintaining cover as trade disruption agents. You resupplied, gently redirected a would-be pickpocket, and made for a furbolg breeder on the outskirts. There, troll-blooded steeds tested you, gates slammed, a beast pinned Lorak, and Thaylen lassoed and calmed one in a heartbeat. Soon mounts were bonded and named, Stompy for Thaylen, Rose for Lorak, Sekhmet for Fen, while Kelleran and Elira claimed their own. In return for a steep discount, you took on 2 quiet favors: recover the breeder's escaped northern blood mare, lost down the dead road in a wrong-sounding valley, and recon an old roadside forge where a wrong-colored fire now burns. If you find a curling flame pierced by a horn, the murder mark that took the breeder's brother, do not touch or breathe it, just report. With cover established, mounts secured, and side obligations set, you turn toward the dead road and the Hollow's trail to Elania Port.
Matt, you're muted.
I thought I unmuted myself.
All right. With that, then, as you approach the exit of the garrison to start past the port down to the dead road, anything that we want to do?
So as we're headed down the road, for sure, Kelleran will keep his ears out and sort of watch for signs in nature of any trouble ahead.
Okay, yeah. So you're gonna keep a constant lookout. I like. Yeah, what's everybody else doing? Can describe, and also give me a name of your horse, but or your steed, I should say. Describe what it looks like as you all head out.
Wait, all of sorry, all of us are the ones.
Yeah, I was gonna have everyone kind of give a.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I actually made a hero forge of mine, so I can use that as reference. So I will find that. All right, so Sekhmet, also known as Medi, the adorable, lovely creature that is my troll steed. Cat is, I believe, as previously described, is panther-esque in its body and size, though it is more shaggy and close to like a long-furred house cat would be. And has those features that have been slightly morphed, a bit more, just slightly longer, just slightly, just a bit more closer to its original predatory ancestry, with deep claws and a deep green eyes that have a calculating stare that all cats seem to have. It's a like a tawny coloration in the hair, and Fen is like in the saddle, but also like fully like. Anytime that there's like a lull in movement and enough of a small lull in movement or vigilance is fully like sinking into the fur for a second just to take advantage of like fluff. And I'd say that the tail is looks like panther-like, but then has like there's like a almost like a mohawk of fur all the way down the spine and down the tail, of just like a slightly tough, thicker tuft of fur all the way down.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
What next?
Kelleran is riding a horse that is mostly black, save for what looks like a white line. It almost looks like an arrow flying through the air. Thus, he has named his horse Nightbolt. And he has, of course, Barin by his side, racing along next to the horse as they head out.
I think Lyra is riding a horse that's, I think, the tallest for some reason. And she's essentially like standing on its head, as in riding, and she's named it Sir Mushroom. It's mostly white colored horse.
Oh, wow. Good amount of contrast there.
I feel like Balin is still just reveling in the immediate bond that he has with Stompy, who is like a brownish green color. Um, and while we're loving the kind of bonding relationship we've got now, I feel like Balin is still trying to keep Stompy from kind of biting at passersby as we ride out of town. So I just imagine all of us kind of riding with smoke rising behind us as we set out on these steeds that everybody seems to be terrified.
Very good. All right, so we see you riding out, and certainly known a little bit as the saviors of the city here. You, excuse me, find yourselves riding down the road. And people are stopping, and they're kind of waving at the same time, getting recognizing the horses as they tell their children, "Don't get too close! Don't get too close! No, thank you." You push yourself, and people point at the Lyra on the head of her is just pointing forward. The mushroom.
Lyra's a hood ornament.
Hey.
Oh, goodness.
All right. In that case, Kelleran, I guess go ahead and give me that instinct row, please.
So an 18 with hope.
Okay. In that case, as you all push your horses, you know that there's some urgency. So you bought these in particular for their higher amount of durability, the fact that they can go more of their full speed without needing to rest like others as you push quickly through. And it is not too long before you begin. You see this strange black and blue smoke rising from the wood ahead. The Bone Road itself is a little bit of an oddity, though as you go down it, it is stark white, and you see where the sides of the road have been ill-maintained. Tree and brush have been rising on, but strangely stop abruptly about 3 inches away from where the road starts. And while there's signs of wear upon the road, it's as though the forces of nature almost are frightened of wearing it down. What would you like to do?
Are there like trees on the side of the road?
Yeah.
Could I utilize, as previously mentioned, my cat's ability to climb a tree with me in it and get a vantage point on that blue and black smoke to see if I can, with a higher vantage point, see further enough to see, like, maybe get an idea of what is causing it, and if it's on the road or if it's like if it's further into the wood line.
Yeah. With your steed, you climb up and get a bit of an overview as you're there holding on, looking on the top of a tree, the branch a little thin, so it's swaying a little bit. And
Got here faster than I expected. Ooh.
there's a chimney that looks slightly rusted that seems to be pouring out the smoke. And from this angle, it's a little odd because you can tell that the growth of the trees are strange, as though they're, at least from this side, like the ones nearest are leaning away from the building. And it looks as though there's a path that goes off of the road eventually that might go to it, but it's about all you can tell.
Okay. Right. I will somehow get back. I did not think about getting back down. Down? Then I direct my steed to. Okay. You said it was like a cottage.
You
Or-
can see the chimney.
It was a chimney. Okay.
Yeah.
Weren't we told of someone potentially being in this area that might be utilizing something like this?
Yeah, an old forge that's maybe
Yeah.
reignited. Firmly remember them saying not to breathe in anything around that area.
Cool.
Yeah. And Jake, I don't know if you can fix it. If you can't, that's fine. But your mic seems a bit like scrambly.
Is that better?
Yeah.
Maybe it was just a loose connection.
Okay. Yeah, definitely inform the party of what I saw.
If it was one of the things you were told to look out for or to investigate, we should probably do that.
So, deciding to approach the forge here.
I think before we approached, I would have asked that we dismount and try and approach stealthily, not right up on the mount.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to tie them off into the brush there?
Yep.
Yeah.
If everybody's cool with that, obviously.
No, I agree. Having caution on the dead road is never frowned upon.
And begin walking carefully. The path here seems like it was overgrown a little more. It's as though on this side path trees got a little braver, and there's thorns that line the path, making it a little thinner. And it goes up, rising. And as you near the rise, the wind dies. The trees here don't sway. It's almost like they lean, just as if trying to turn away. Their bark peels and ribbons and ash collects at their roots, almost like snow that will never melt as you proceed down. Then you see it. A squat stone forge and enter into the hill scar, wrapped in rusted scaffolding and choked by vine-strangled tools. Smoke curls from its broken chimney, black-blue, like ink spilled in water curling toward a sky that no longer wants it. The smoke doesn't seem to give any heat. The air here is cold, much too cold. And bones ring the forge in a perfect circle. Some animal, some not. But their shapes are wrong, burned, hollow, scarred. And one, a humanoid skull, bears a symbol scorched into it, a curling flame pierced by a horn. The door to the forge is slightly ajar. You hear no voices, but something inside is working. What would you like to do?
Should we sneak inside and see what's going on?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Y'all know I love a good time. But, I distinctly remember that we are here to observe and report, not to probe too much further.
Oh, this was recon? I thought we were. Oh no, there was a secondary on top of this one that was finding someone or finding info, right?
So there are two things.
Yeah.
It's about finding the stolen horse,
Stolen horse.
and then the other one was to recon the old forge. And we were told that if we see that symbol, do not touch, just report.
That's right.
All right.
What?
Well, as much as I like to investigate things, I also know when I've been warned about something I probably can't handle. We've reconned. Should we go back?
Yeah, I think we should do our best to quietly back away.
Okey-doke.
Unless there's something we need to witness here.
There aren't any windows on this forge.
No, they don't seem to be. I feel like if you want to know what's going inside, you have to kind of go
gotta-
through the door.
Yeah.
A clarifying question: was the kind of bone circle around the forge, or was it like outside, arranged in front of the forge?
It's around the building. Yeah, and specifically you were told not to touch the symbol of the skull. So
Oh, so there's not
okay.
the symbol's not like on the forge anywhere. It was just like this particular humanoid skull had it.
mhm.
Cool.
It's been burned there and placed in the circle.
And that tells me that the circle has that symbol, which makes it.
I mean, with that information, that's a little bit different.
Yeah.
About this much different.
Yeah.
That's just enough to get it.
Finn, this is so unlike you. Don't you want to see what's going on in there?
Oh, I do.
Kelleran, you want to see everything. What's different this time?
I mean, you can check it out.
Okay.
Leyland, you just fight everybody. I'm sure this time is no different.
Well, when you put it that way.
Why do we keep letting her convince us of things? Okay. Who's opening the door?
Should we break that circle first?
I don't know. Is it just how they died, or is it like...
I think it looks like they purposely put.
Yeah, because it's bones of many different creatures arranged in a circle.
Yeah.
Can you tell anything about it, Alara?
Versus like full skeletons of animals that just died exactly there. It was like,
Yeah, I mean, in fact, they've been arranged very purposefully. It seems.
okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes when we break some sort of ritual, the initiator would know. Can I try to figure out if this... what's happening?
Yeah. Go ahead and give me a knowledge roll, please.
14 with hope.
With hope. And your hands out, trying to determine. Seems to be here is dark. I would say you don't think crossing it would alert whoever made this. You certainly think damaging it, the caster would likely know. It seems to be magic that would be dark and this is very distinctly necromancy, and I think meant to channel a good amount of energy into whatever is inside, possibly a programming or purpose, a cage for a soul, perhaps.
So potential containment of something.
Maybe. And if we just want to sneak inside and see, we really shouldn't break the circle.
Okay. Okay.
Unless anybody else will, I guess I can approach the front door, try and get stealthily.
I'd just to not have you be on your own when you did that, I'd probably stick with you. And do
Oh, I
this
figured
thing.
you all would be behind. Like, I would actually just be the person who.
Oh, we all get
You
up
said
there.
who
And you
opens
open
the door.
I did.
That's what I meant. I
Gotcha,
wasn't
gotcha,
being
gotcha.
like, okay, you all wait here, and I'm gonna go to the door.
Listen.
And if you hear me scream, you come in.
I'm already dead, but at least you'll you'll be able to get me out. All right, so we approach the door stealthily, and then you open it.
Yeah, and I'll actually have Taran sort of wait at the edge of the wood line.
Okay. So you're going in by yourself, Kelleran?
I'm just the one opening the door. We're apparently
Okay.
all going up.
All right.
We don't want to. Nobody wants to be left out.
Sounds good. Everyone moving in. Then who's going to lead this finesse stealth?
Well, I can.
Yeah, I'm great with agility.
Yeah, I'm better with finesse than others, but so. Is it just a straight finesse roll?
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, but I think it'd be a group, so the group would each kind of everyone tell me what they're doing and give me a reaction to finesse,
Gotcha.
and then Fen, you'll do yours to lead.
Okay.
After that.
So Kelleran would use all of his woodcraft and training that he's done as a ranger to watch out for anything that might make noise, things to watch out for as far as that sense goes.
Go ahead, give me that reaction then.
That's a 13. And I'm glad it's a reaction roll.
I think Thalen's bringing up the rear, kind of hands on the long sword, ready to draw, but crouched down, just looking around as we all make our way to the door.
Okay, give me a finesse.
20.
Okay.
I mean, Lyra small, so she's just ducking between the shadows, taking cover, and watching out for any reactions inside.
All right. Give me that finesse.
8.
All right. That's a +1 over to Fen.
Cool. So since we said Kellen was opening the door, I think Fen, in regards to like the stealth, is probably going through and not affecting the circle in any way, but like finding the best way over the circle in a way that like there's as little possibility of tripping and messing it up on the way past it. Since we don't want to mess with that, as well as like checking every because I'm assuming there's like some steps to the door, making sure like if they're not if there's any like wood or anything, that there's no creaking, and if there's if it's stone, like making sure there's nothing nothing too slick on the stone to keep us from tripping and making noise in that way. So to get us to the door, and then Kellen will take over from there. And it's a finesse roll. And you said +1 from the group.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That is a 10, but it is a crit because it's 2 5s. Then the +2, so 12. because it was 1 and then +1 for my finesse.
A crit's a crit.
Yeah.
A crit's a crit.
Yeah, no, you're right.
We need to
you're
add
right.
them together.
Sorry. I'm reading. I was doing demiplane, so I was reading it out.
You're good. All right. In that case, as you cross the threshold, hear very carefully.
I'm just gonna.
As you come across, it seems like the world quiets. No wind, no creek. The only thing you really feel like you hear is your own breath. Tools hang. Sorry, the forge's heart itself is lit, yet it gives no warmth. Its flame crackles blue, black, and the shadows it casts lean most toward you, it seems. Tools hang along the walls, but none are still. Hammers twitch, tongs click open and shut. A bellows moves as if pressed by phantom hands. On the anvil rests a single item. A blacksmith's hammer that seems to be glowing and waiting. Above the hearth, there's something scorched into the stone. A phrase, almost as if put there by a clawed hand. The air is full of iron, memory. Get the feeling that something here is watching. It remembers grief, it remembers fire, and it seems to be waiting. What would you like to do?
You said something was written over the fire, like clawed into the.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, scorched as if by claws.
Okay.
Gonna walk forward and try and see what it says because we've come this far.
I'm assuming as soon as the shiny thing on the shiny hammer on the anvil is seen by Fen, Kelleran has grabbed Fen by the scruff.
Yeah, looking forward, Elira. You recognize the script. It is the script and language of very old magic. Type that you know well that the only way to know what it says is to speak it.
Oh no.
She's very interested in what's happening. I was looking at this and trying to think what this ritual is about. And when she realizes this without thinking, she just says the sentence out loud.
Very good. It's what we're here for, guys.
Chaos.
And so you speak it and instantly understand what you say. in the magic language. Strike true and be known.
Uh-oh.
And the fire flares. Then begins to react more hurriedly. And from the shadows beside the anvil, a voice like slag cracking, slow and grief-weighted, begins to speak. I waited long after the masters fell. I kept the flame. I knew one would come, not to fix, no, not to fix. To finish. And it steps into view, this shape. Arms and legs like a humanoid, but skin is flaking black, like forge scales, glowing cracks of red along its jaw. It gestures to the hammer without its gaze, leaving Elira. Strike true, or leave what you brought behind.
It's only got eyes for Elira because she spoke the words, I assume.
Well, the rest of you are being hidden too, so
Oh, okay.
not sure exactly. Just at this moment, anyway. You can all interact however you want.
It's like, I mean, it's a forge. I can do it. Is it a bad idea? Do we just go?
It's certainly not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea at all. I try to inch forward. Watch for any reactions. Nothing.
Watching from doing what?
Just walking forward a little bit towards the end.
Okay.
And I'm in step with Elira.
You both walk up. Bean takes a step back and smiles.
Is there any being closer to the anvil? Is there anything besides the hammer that's on the anvil, or like it sounds like it's wanting us to finish making something on this anvil?
Yep. As you get, you keep getting closer, and you both will hear whispers asking what you'd like to finish. What's its final shape? What gift will you give the world? Forge.
So many options. What do you think? You want jewelry, weapon, toy?
Another whispers, what you make here will know you. Your regret, your promise. It will bear it forward. It will not forget.
All right, together, Finn.
Yeah, together. What are we making?
her imagination. And she'll reach for the hammer with Fen.
All right. As you both begin to grab it, there are two whispers. One for each of you, Elira. A voice, not a whisper now, but feminine. Elira, you've seen the shape of truth. Let your fire make it real. To Fen, you will hear a different voice. Pour your haze into the metal.
Oh no.
Make something that gives that gift to others.
I think we've established that Fen has no idea where the chaos energy just knows it's happening, so he's not gonna understand what that means at all. It was like, hey, haze. I'm gonna make this hazy.
Alright. So you continue, you grab the hammer together, it sounds.
As they reach for it, Kelleran will shout, "Do you two know what you're doing?"
I mean, I've used the forge before.
You've used a dark magical forge before.
I mean, a forge is a forge.
I don't quite think that that's the way this forge works.
The bones outside in a perfect circle say that this is not an ordinary forge.
You know, you're not wrong. I mean, there are some weird whispers that are saying things that I don't really. I think they're trying to get me to do something, but I have no idea what they're saying. So I mean, I don't think anything bad's gonna happen because I have no idea what it wants. So I don't know how I'd give it what it wants. But it does seem like a good idea to not leave because it felt like it was a threat if we tried to leave. It was definitely a threat to leave. It's a possible threat to do this.
The materials might be unconventional. What are we waiting for, Fen? Are we doing this?
So to answer my question, no, you don't know what you're doing.
Do any of us know what we're doing?
Well, I don't typically walk up to dark forges and start forging things.
It'll be fine. We've dealt with worse.
You don't know that. You literally don't know what's going to happen.
This is why we haven't seen each other in 5 years. Would we have heard the whispers of fixing or finishing what?
No, this was done because they were the only ones approaching.
Oh, that's interesting. Because I said I was the one who approached to read it.
So if you were approaching, then yes, you would. Well, from approaching.
Yeah, so I was initially the person who said I was approaching it, trying to read what it says.
Yeah.
And then you said that Elira was the only person who could actually understand the right.
Correct. So you would have approached to where Elira probably approached in order to read and understand it.
Okay.
And then they
So then
began
as they
walking
approached-
towards the forge.
It's when they heard the whispers. Okay.
Yeah, because then this thing came out. You saw the thing talking. You see this thing engaging with them and hearing what it says. And so at that point, no one said I'm going forward except those two, which is what I interpreted as the.
Okay. That's cool then. I just was confused. I mean, I guess I've said what I've said, so whatever you all do with that is what you all do with it. I don't want to take agency away from anybody and try and stop you if you're going to do it.
I think, based on what the creature said, it's very much a, if we try to leave after getting here and Elira waking it up, is not going to be a fun time. But finishing what it's asked us to finish could potentially also be a bad time, but it could also just be neutral, comparatively. It's for sure going to be a bad time if we try to leave without doing anything after doing this. That was very much threatening behavior in how he talked, and I don't like it. So we'll see what happens.
So if the next 10 villages get destroyed by something you've crafted, you're good with that.
We can just break it.
What did it say about it would leave with your what? There's something it said that sounded bad. Like, it's not here to help you. It's leaving with what you...
I mean, I believe it mentioned intent. So as long as I'm not intending putting any ill intent into it, none ill intent will come from me, and that should be fine. Elira, you good?
Are we doing this or not, then?
You've got a black robe mage next to you.
Just
You know,
hyper
I asked the
fixated on this
question.
angle.
I heard it as I said it. You're either going to do this on your own or with me, so I'm going to do it with me, so maybe I can mitigate any potential issue that you might create.
Issues. Whatever are your meanings.
Don't worry about it. We continue to reach for the hammer.
Okay. As you grasp it. Now, the flame roars and the slag creature speaks. The flame does not test your strength. It tests memory. Speak now, or be forgotten.
Like what kind of memory? Childhood memory?
What do you offer?
Oh, okay. I think the first memory that comes to mind would be the first memory of Fenn's first trinket that she made. Just a little spring, a tiny spring frog. That hop, just a small wind up spring that it would hop a few spaces, and you'd have to redo it again and again. But like small, like first thing, very crude. Broke after 5 tries, after five uses, but something working.
Yeah, your first creation. I like it. Elira?
And she will offer a memory of hesitation when she first went through the test of high sorcery, when she had to make decisions, and there she hesitated a lot. before convincing herself that the end justifies her craft. I think
Yeah.
just offering that memory.
Good. And how these might see, it seems like the shadows of these memories or representations begin to fill the walls for the party to see. And the hammer grows heavy with the meaning that you seem to be giving it. The tools arrange themselves, you see, in perfection, taking out bits of metal and jewels from somewhere you're not sure. The shadows itself, the flames lean forward as if they hunger. Name what you strike. Name what it shall carry. Name what you will give.
So naming the item, naming what it carries, and naming what we offer to create it.
Yep.
Okay. Okay, I went to think of something and immediately forgot what they were. Name the thing, name what we offer, and what it contains, you said?
Yeah. Name what you strike, name what it shall carry, and name
What
what
it
you
shall
will
carry.
give. All right. Want to get something here. Come on.
Yeah. I was hoping Lyra might have something. I think I want it to carry wonder.
Let's call it the Eye of the Wonder Worker.
I think I offer that trinket, that first trinket, my first creation that I've carried, because it's still fresh in my mind. It's rusted and it's doesn't work anymore. The spring's cracked in 2 places, but it's been a reminder of the wonder and the creation that anyone can bring.
What about Elira?
I offer my first memory of first seeing the black moon. The visage. I hope it guide to the truth, as the voice in my head keeps telling me.
Okay. You feel the hammer grow so heavy you strike, seeing the moon on the anvil as well as this trinket. As more materials are added from the shadows, sparks burst almost in slow motion, each one shaped like something the two of you have lost. Shadows flinch away, the flame shifts colors, black, blue, then white gold. Then deep prismatic colors. Filling the room, another voice. This is your moment. Let the steel remember you. Let the story burn true. And the hammer falls its final time in your hands. And it echoes. Dust and mortar seem to loosen within the hut. Kelleran and Thalen, you see this burst. The trees outside, you can see through the doorway shake as it just looks like this wall of energy seems to echo out from the forge. And then you see what appears to be this almost black like obsidian eye with a rust colored iris. The pupil, it almost looks like you see the two of your faces in it looking at each other.
Oh, like the vase thing? The
Yeah.
silhouette? Oh, nice.
And it rests made. At last. It's finished. And the tools begin to drop. The fire dims as this thing seems to enter the fire and sink into it. And it appears for the first time the sound of wind fills and the summer air seems to enter in. The odd cold has left. What would you like to do?
So the items in the fire?
It's on the anvil.
It's on the anvil. Oh, okay.
I wonder what it does then. And by the way, we solved the problem, didn't we?
Yep. Well, only one way to find out. Grab. I will not change my character. They see something they want to pick up, they will pick it up.
Nobody stopped you.
I'm never learning my lesson. Is there any is there like a feeling that it gives off, or is it just like this object that we have now?
Right now, it just feels Feels a bit heavier than you think it should. And slightly worn.
Just like passing it between. It's like, huh. It's kind of heavy.
Interesting.
I go to pass it to Elira.
Take it. All that energy forged into this and doesn't even react to anything? Turn it over. Look at it. A new mystery. Best day of my life.
And we didn't die. Best time of my life.
We didn't even fight anything. That was awesome.
Got to make something.
Oh well, I guess that we could report back saying there's nothing to worry about now.
Yep. Careful on the bone circle on the way out. Guys, I think we're good. I think we can go now.
Great, let's do that.
Cool.
Head back to my wolf, and then eventually back to the horses.
On the path while we're going, I'm just gonna. I'm gonna ask for it back from Elira, and I'm just gonna fully like go through, like, look at it from every angle, through it, like, see if there's anything I can find out about it, because you had mentioned it felt heavier than it looks, so see if I can figure out what's causing that.
I think, yeah, you turn it around in your hands here, and you can see reflected in the little hopping frog that you made. And that's the wonder you feel, this awestruck, this just amazement. And you feel like you could almost grab that amazement from it and make something around you amazing.
Oh. I pick up a leaf. Just a simple leaf. And I concentrate on that. Like, I try and imbue a simple leaf with wonder.
It's goes heavy for a moment as it seems to turn entirely silver.
Ooh.
And seems to have this little like pattern on it that changes as the sun hits on it.
Fascinating. Elira! Look!
Oh, you made something with it.
I gave it wonder.
Fitting, considering what you gave it.
Yeah. And then I just do you I tuck it into your robe as like a little brooch.
Oh, that's very sweet.
This is cool. I don't think it's practical to what we need, but it's cool. Oh, and you can have it back if you want to look at it yourself. But
Oh, we've had plenty time to study it. Keep it.
okay, I put it in my pack. Specifically, I'll actually get some cloth and wrap it. That way, it's separate and on its own, and then put it in a specific pocket of the pack. That way I know where it is at all times, and I will basically anytime we slow down and aren't like purposefully doing something, I will constantly check to make sure that it, and just like with everything that I own, like making sure I have everything and it's all in its place. So unless it is given to someone to deal with.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, put it away. Pretty nice.
We just walk up behind you guys, and Elira just has this silvered leaf all of a sudden in her, like a little brooch. And I'm imagining it's like one of those big maple leaves too, so it looks ridiculous on her cloak.
Oh wow, Keller and Thalen. I think it's the first time we complete the mission like 120% and nothing went wrong, right?
Nothing went wrong yet.
See, I didn't want to say that because now it's in the ether, and now we still have so much more dead road to go down.
Well, I hope that eye comes in handy then.
We will see.
Yes, we should keep on our path. There's lots to do.
Keep on keeping on.
Start headed.
Yes.
Yep.
All right.
What was the name of this item that we created? What did Elira name it?
You know, it's your item.
Yeah, you could name it. You're testing my memory.
It was the Eye of the Wonder Maker, guys. Jeez.
Yes, I know.
If you're gonna make a magical, who knows what kind of item, at least remember what you called it.
Yes, Eye of the Wonder Worker.
When you say wonder, it's the first thing that popped into my mind. It's not my fault.
No, it's perfectly fine. Infuse wonder.
Who is responsible for
into
the first thing that
items?
comes to my mind?
I have the one. Infuse wonder into items. Question mark. Might be evil? Question mark.
We don't know what the black robe
Yeah, we don't know what
in it.
what potentials Elira could get out of it, because Elira gave something different than I did.
I didn't test it for a reason.
So thematic too. The Kender in the black robe just doing stuff. That's hilarious.
Listen, I didn't think to say it during the conversation of do I know what I'm doing. It was very much like it's either she does it on her own or she has me doing something that might mitigate potential apocalypse.
Come on.
Like I
it's not
said, I
that
knew
bad.
it was going to happen.
All I know is I'm a buffer. That's what I did. Listen,
You know, I can at least for the record say, hey, I tried to talk sense into him and it didn't work. It's not my fault.
Listen, I trust Elira as far as I can throw her, which is pretty far.
Cheers.
And it's because she's predictable. I know what she wants and what she's gonna go for, so I can work around it. Next long rest, we're all gonna wake up to Elira being 6 foot tall. It's like, throw me now, motherfucker.
Okay. All right. Then kind of story wise, I would say you're able to travel, get the night in, and as you are still around the campfire, there you can see off in the distance some ways, maybe another half day's travel, within the mount, slightly up to the higher parts of the wood that surround the Bone Road. You can see a fairly significant orange glow with black smoke. Some large fire being burnt.
I think seeing that, we'd probably try and keep our own fire pretty small to not draw attention of whatever might have that large of a fire in the distance. But you said you said like an orange glow with black smoke, probably a big fire of some kind. So
Just like a bonfire-sized fire or a village burning-sized fire?
More like a bonfire, though.
Okay.
I mean, it's even very big.
there aren't many villages along the Dead Road, right? It's that kind of. I can't remember what was written about the Dead Road. Let me go check. Winds are still. That. Okay. Cool. Sorry, just refreshing myself on our location.
All right.
Hmm.
All right. So, anything kind of as a night scene that you'd like to do, or do we want to move on?
I'm gonna be honest. I wouldn't go overboard, but I would probably want to do some small tests of, like, is there a limit to the imbuing? Like, is it a one?
I will tell you, it did seem like it only worked.
It only had that one charge.
Yeah.
Okay.
For now.
Okay.
It doesn't seem as anything else. All right, and actually, let me just be clear. I would, I want to give Kellerian and Thalen a chance to highlight. So whether
Yes.
you'll want to try to do something here or you'd like to move on down the road, I want y'all to have, because that shifted a little longer than I wanted in the setup, but I want to make sure we get you guys going on something. At least opportunities so you can pass and share with people if you want. But is there anything too you want to do on the fire, or?
I don't particularly have anything that I want to do, but I'm open if somebody wants to interact with me. Otherwise, I'm good to just move on.
That kind of nodding, Jake, it looks like. So, in that case, I would say, moving down as you get to, riding out fast, realizing you're traveling much faster than others can down the road. You come upon what appears, again, a place where this road once connected. It looks like this sagging stone pass, where the cliffs kind of get closer. Almost looks like what might be trade posts carved. And it's not so much the path here is kept, it looks like trampled trees splintered. Those large things had stepped upon them. And you can smell it before you see it, this burnt meat, old iron, and wetness. You can see their tents are propped up by wagon axles. There's hollowed out helmets and spears driven through rib cages. In the center, you can see what you think was the large fire, but it's dying and its coals grow like this cold green. You can see buzzards circling above, and a few things you can't make out from here but look much larger than buzzards.
So buzzards and then something that might eat buzzards.
That's fine.
Cool.
Yeah, I'd like to get down and investigate. Especially see perhaps what splintered the trees.
All right. Getting closer. You can see that there is a large cook pot that simmers over the fire. Looking at it, you can see there's it's never meat, but you distinctly see a few fingers floating above on the water surface. Leaning against a cracked tree, kind of almost like carefree it seems, you see this large, kind of very dark green skin with just kind of white patterns that look like it gives it camouflage creature you would recognize as a forest troll.
Damn you.
And it sits there, almost like muttering to themselves. Their eyes having this like small green glow as they polish a this coin. It looks like it sparks a slight blue as they rub at it.
Oh.
Is that similar to the coin that the leader used on us? Spell coin?
Possibly, yeah.
Do you think we found our group of insurgents?
Look around at the gear or even some of the faces. Anything look like the folks that invaded?
I would say it's not enough to be the whole crew. This looks like, if anything, it would be a little bit of a smaller squad.
Okay.
But you can see that in a cage that's made up of various bones, there is a humanoid there. Much of their clothes have been ripped from them, but you can see the sashes of blue that you remember from the hollowed invasion. They lie deep scars on their back, dehydrated.
Kelleran, call me crazy, but our troll steeds need to eat, and I see a troll right before us. Feel like hitting some things?
Sure.
I do remember the the gentleman did say to be careful around trolls, as they might have a bit more affinity to our steeds than we do. But if it's just the one, we might be able to be okay.
I'm gonna ask a stupid question. So far, Matt, it doesn't seem to have noticed us.
Currently not.
Okay. I would like to look around sort of the area where we are. Can I tell if there's only the one troll by looking at signs like footprints, things
I'd like to help.
like that?
Yeah, go ahead and give me a instinct roll, please.
And if I'm helping, it's I use a hope and he gets advantage.
Yeah, how do you think you're helping?
I was like looking and like doing the exact same thing. Like I'm just like get second pair of eyes, probably looking for like broken branches that would indicate like someone walking and moving one out of the way, and it being too dry to bend and breaking, or scratches along some weaker bark of some wood, of like from someone like just putting their hand and then going through like that.
All right, you can roll with advantage.
Okay. And I'm gonna use an experience raised in the wilds to reflect the training that I've received. So instinct with advantage. That is a 16 with fear.
Ooh.
Okay.
For some reason, I rolled digitally.
All right, investigating. You're trying to find, you indeed find evidence where there's at least one other you think that maybe has gone out hunting while this one has stayed to tend the camp. And I feel like this is the thing when you look back to try to do hand signals to communicate this to Thalen. Thalen has a strange look on their face, and it's behind me, isn't it?
Oh.
That feels appropriate.
As this looking down. And as it opens its mouth, you see like teeth of bark. This being born from wood and tree. That goes. Looks over and smiles. I was wondering where Wednesday's meal was going to come from. I'm gonna spend some fear. Let's go. As it's gonna, right now at least, try to smack Kelleran.
Miss.
That is 13.
That is exactly my evasion. It hits.
Damn it.
All right, that will be 10 physical damage.
Kelleran will do his best to roll where his most padded side of his armor is to try and reduce some of the incoming damage. So I'm using an armor slot.
Absolutely.
So it drops it to minor.
Yeah, as it pushes down, its head kind of turns, and it spots Thalen, smiles, and leaps into the air, taking its large club coming down.
Shit,
Actually,
you can fly.
it's coming. It's what looks actually like the skull flail that's coming down. Bones sharpened, whipping it around and coming down for only 5.
Got a
Balin,
little too excited.
Balin seeing it come down, just jumps back, leaps back, and does a backwards roll out of the way.
Nice. And kind of sniffs a little bit. And not being able to quite see, lets the flare swirl around, trying to get behind a tree to where Elira may be hiding. But they're going to have disadvantage. So that brings that down to a 14.
That will hit as Elvira is caught 2 off guard, not thinking I would be looking for her.
All right. And that would be 8 physical damage. So the vision here is this thing moves way too fast to be so big. As it moves up, so you see the belt of severed heads as it whirls this around, moving quicker than any of you can imagine. As trees bulk and the echo of this seems to go out into the woods. Now the party has a spotlight.
Balin's gonna try to bound towards it, trying to get in front of, in between Elira and the troll, and take a swipe at the leg to try to slow it down.
Very good.
So let's see. That is a 13 with fear.
Okay, that is going to miss. Now we'll kind of flip around, turn, and taking its flail in like this motion is going to actually swipe both at Fen and Thalen at the same time. And that will be 16 to try to hit.
Yep.
Let's see.
And that is a 9 physical damage.
Quick question. My patron's mantle that I can mark or stress to cloak myself, does that have to be on my turn, or can I do that real quick to then utilize?
So you do have to take a spotlight to do it,
Okay.
but you can then do something.
Okay. Well, no, because one of the things it's a persistent thing that I cloak myself, and then I have the ability to do something when I'm cloaked. So if I required the spotlight to get it, then I wouldn't be able to utilize what I was hoping for. So that means I have to take the damage or take an armor slot, which I'm going to take an armor slot because I don't want to take 2 damage. All right, 2 health points.
Gotcha.
Yep. Okay. Thank you. Oh goodness, my grandmother's calling me. I am so sorry. I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. So party has a spotlight.
Kelleran's going to try and fire an arrow at it, try and hit it. So we'll pull back, aim down the arrow, and then release. That is 15 with fear.
No.
I rolled real dice this time.
All right. That does hit.
Cool. I'm going to spend a hope. And it is my ranger's focus. So I know precisely where what direction they are in. When I deal damage to them, they must mark a stress. And when I fail attack against them, I can end the ranger's focus to re-roll the attack.
Nice.
And so they take 6 points of damage, physical.
All right. The arrow flies and it slices the skin, and you see that the wound seems to heal instantly. Ouch. That was with fear, so it will go ahead and here we go. We're gonna go Kelleran and Thalen. Kelleran first. Reroll that. There we go. 4 to Kelleran and 21 to Thalen. For this flare out of bone and skull going around here for 10 physical damage. And I will pass the spotlight.
Looking at what's happening, I'm going to reach out as some flames are going to erupt from my hands, trying to hit them.
Nice.
Uh, 9 with hope.
All right. It seems to sense the fire and in the last moment put its body flat down. As it roils its flail and lets it fly towards Lyra here. For 11 to hit.
Yeah, that is exactly my evasion.
That is 4 physical damage.
Right.
I'll pass the spotlight.
Fenn's gonna just tried and true. It's gonna be a blighting strike. Gonna pick up a sharper looking rock and go for a slingshot throw. Gonna be using blighting strike. So as it pulls back, it the edges edges kind of seem to blunt, and then as it's released, they extend further than they actually are, and it's almost like it's surrounded in these smoked brambles as it flies in to hit.
Mm-hmm.
And that is a +2 spellcast roll. It's with fear. It's a 21.
Hits.
Bonus to this, the next time the target deals damage to an ally, it is reduced by half. And because I succeeded with fear, instead of a D6 +1, it is a D10 +1 damage. So I will roll damage.
Nice.
That is an 8.
Okay. So it strikes through, and as it does, you see the rip in the skin, and doesn't heal all the way this time. It heals about half of it. So essentially, you did major. It heals back to.
Yeah. And I'd like to as part of that action, mark of stress to don my patron's mantle as well. So like as the brambles shoot, as I shoot, and the brambles form around me as well, in that kind of smoky shadow.
You got it. Then it's going to swing. Do 3 attacks. We're going to go Fen, then Kellerin, then Thalen. What do you say the hits? Then I'll do the damages. So first things first. Fen, 15 to hit.
That hits.
Kellerin, 7. And Thalen, 10.
Hits.
All right. Then that is 12 damage to Fen. Does that miss Kellerin, I assume? Yep. And then 6 to Thalen.
Okay. I'm going to spend 2 of my favor to mitigate the damage down to minor.
Very good. And then with that, we will end our thing for tonight. Come back to the troll in 2 weeks.